My name is Sawako Nakajima from Japan. The background, audio and visual media play a crucial role in our daily life. However, subtitling and the equipment for presenting subtitles for hearing impaired people are insufficient. The percentage of audio-visual media that are subtitled in Japan is rather low. The rate of theatrical films was for 11% in 2011. DVD and Blu-ray was 4%. And for the TV broadcast hours of key stations was 48%. In the field of TV broadcasting, the Japanese government has established a policy aiming to ensure that all programs are subtitled by 2017. In parallel with the ratification of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities by Japan's Nation Diet, the professional training of subtitle producers in private sectors and the other movements have commenced in the to ensure that not only TV but also movies are more accessible. In regard to the subtitle display technologies, we have witnessed the spread of second screens, development of compact head-mounted displays, and introduction of a synchronized provision application of subtitle with screen image using audio watermarking in movie theaters. This technology enable the people who with this hearing impairment to watch at the movie theater at any time. Despite this social context, neither demand nor supply has kept pace. One reason for this is that film or TV producers tend not to consider subtitling for people with hearing impairment as work. In this study, surveys of film producers and of people with hearing impairment were conducted to clarify the current conditions of subtitling and the potential movie-going population of people with hearing impairment in Japan. First, we conducted a survey for 52 film producers, and we had the result that only 19% of film producers have engaged in the production of subtitles for people with hearing impairment. Second, we conducted a survey for 48 deaf people and 52 hard of hearing people to make clear about the actual movie-going tendency and regarding film subtitles. In 2012, the characteristics of participants. In terms of the government-certified levels of disability, although deaf people have first or second grade with a profound hearing loss, on the other hand, hard of hearing people have wide distribution. Then 50% have second grade, and 20% have fourth grade with moderately severe hearing loss. In the response to the question about the hearing conditions in the movie theaters, 50% of deaf people answered that they could not hear anything. On the other hand, 22 or 26% of hard of hearing people answered that they understand the presence of spoken words, environment sounds, and music. And another 40% answered they understand the context of some of spoken words. This is the result. The left figure showed the response to the question about the movie-going frequency, including foreign and Japanese films. The result showed that around 46% of deaf people and 59% of hard of hearing people watched a movie at the movie theater at least once in the past year. According to the survey carried out by the private institute in Japan, for about 2,600 people living within the 30 kilometers of Tokyo, around 55% watched the theatrical movie screening in 2011. This rate is the same as the hearing impaired peoples that comprise our study. However, when it came to Japanese films, the percentage having watched the Japanese films in the past years, the 23% of deaf people and 20% of hard of hearing people was watched the Japanese films. This is around 43 or 45% fewer than the national average for the Japanese movie-going population, 65% estimated from nationwide box office takings in 2012. Further, when we asked whether they had decided against viewing movies at the cinema that were not supported by subtitles, around 85% of deaf and hard of hearing people answered many times or several times. On the other hand, regard to the possibility of increased opportunities to view movies with subtitles, the response would increase a lot or would increase somewhat, account for around 76% of the response of deaf or hard of hearing people. Conclusions. Survey 1 revealed only a small number of film directors taking part in this study have engaged subtitle production for people with hearing impairment. However, Survey 2 revealed in the same manner as hearing people with hearing impairments do visit movie theaters. From this result, if an environment can be established in which the subtitling is well promoted and people with hearing impairments can appreciate Japanese movies with subtitles, there will be a shift towards viewing Japanese movies. It would be expected to produce a profit to partially cover the cost of subtitling and to enable us to draw the detailed pathway to the sustainable system for subtitles for people with hearing impairment. This is the references. Thank you for your attention. That's all.
Thank you. That was interesting. Any questions? We have a couple minutes. I have some questions. Oh, yes. Hang on. I'll bring this to you.
Thank you very much. My question, I'm Christian from Germany. So I have a question which is not technical, but more, on the setup. Did I get it right that you had for having 100% proper subtitled by podcasters in Japan by 2017? Is it something you said? Is that if so, what kind of financing system do you have behind that? Because that is very interesting.
So this about this figure. You talk about this percentage of and can I please give me I'm not sure about how your question.
Can I ask it again? The government policy is to have 100% subtitling by 2017.
Yes.
Are they going to put some money it's about,
this,
you know, how much?
yeah,
Do you know?
this is the policy about the policy. But then now the government about the government aid they give us the different from the depends on the media. For example, TV programs they give they make aid of I'm not sure how cost, but the especially about the theoretical films they give us around 50 million a year. They give me the aid for subtitle, but it's I think it's not enough. We need more subtitles. But for the TV programs, there's more aid by the government.
It's a nice number, 50 million. Regardless. Okay. In the sorry. Are there any other questions? Well, thank you very much for your presentation.